It's unforgiving love. When will you come around? When will you come around? When will you come around? It's unforgiving love.
If nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, chosen ones, you already know. I do have to give you that brief disclaimer, all right? So I only want you to take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't happen to get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else, all right? So be patient with your process. Thank you, babies. Also, as you already know, my voice is too raspy to be whispering, chosen ones. So this about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume, okay? So before we get started, as always, I want to thank you so much in advance for all your love, like, share, subscribes, your gifts, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you because I don't always get the pause in my middle of my message, to relay that to you. Also, for those of you who have to pop in and out of the live, no issue at all. I definitely will post this on YouTube as well, okay? So I appreciate you. Now, chosen ones, the message for today, it does, it's mainly pertaining to karma. I'm just going to be direct with you. Not only karma pertaining that's coming towards you based upon the positive things that you've been putting out that God is now having returned towards you, but also the karma for certain individuals and how they carried you. Now, I say this, chosen ones, because right now you have to be mindful of your feelings. You have to be mindful of certain projections from certain individuals that you are no longer connected to. And I say this because majority, of you for the first half of your life, you've been living for everybody else. So whether or not that was you, your childhood was taken from you because you had to play a parental figure to your parents, whether or not you had to step up and be a mature individual for certain family dynamics, whether or not you had to raise siblings, raise yourself, so on and so forth. There's some of you that for the first half of your life, you was connected to certain toxic individuals. You were in certain situationships that didn't suit you, so on and so forth. So this is not just pertaining to romantically. This is far as finances, chosen one, people that were blocking you financially. This is tied to certain positions that weren't for you, that you were being used by these individuals, and certain friends as well. So there's various topics that we're about to get into, all right? So the first being this, chosen ones. We're going to tie into as far as certain family dynamics first. Right now, there's certain, thank you, babies, there's certain karma that's coming through. We're going to start, okay, we'll focus on the family initially, right? And how they have karma coming through based upon what they did to you. So some of you was born into toxic families. And I'll always tell you this, family is not always where you come from, but it's often who you're led to, right? Because you have to realize as a chosen one, there's certain toxic family dynamics that you were assigned to assist them to break their cycle. So you didn't belong to them. That's why you didn't fit in with them. You understand me? That's why you wasn't accepted by them. They were demons. So you had a divine in you that was triggering to these individuals. They had an opportunity to repent certain decisions when you came through. So for those toxic parents, they was praying for certain love, light, and abundance. And they didn't realize at the time that they have gave birth to it, right? Which was the form of you. So your mother was chasing certain toxic family or relationships. You had your father chasing certain toxic dynamics. You were born in order to direct them towards what love really was. You were somebody who was so forgiving towards them. You're somebody that loved them regardless of the treatment that they was giving you. You still believed in these individuals. You still felt like they could succeed, that they can break certain cycles, so on and so forth. So there's certain family that chosen ones, you have been there, but they have been projecting on you. These are people that, again, your light triggered these individuals. So you were wondering why you felt like the black sheep, because you were. You're chosen. You're never going to fit in to darker, demonic ass individuals, chosen ones. So you have to rejoice instead of looking at it as you wasn't accepted. Nah, look at it as you was protected. Because had you been accepted, look at the circumstances that you would have been in. There's certain family members that went through similar things that you went through too, but you overcame. You chose a different direction. So had you been accepted, that mother who was toxic, that father who was toxic, you would have been just like them. You would have been an alcoholic. Some of y'all would have been drug addicts. Some of y'all would have been giving out your body to everybody. There's some of you that, again, would have felt limited to certain towns, cities, and states that you were born in. There's certain dreams that you wouldn't have even envisioned had you been accepted by them, because you would have been just like them. And you could look at them now and see that they're still limited. They're at the same place, chosen ones, that they were when you first seen them or encountered them. Okay, so you first have to realize that there's certain karma coming to family members that you were connected to. These are family members that tried to mold you to control you. So that mother that loved the qualities that you had as long as they was benefiting them. That father that was so supportive as long as you was financially providing for them. That family that spoke positive things for you as long as you was doing what they wanted you to do. But as soon as you triggered the darkness in them and you sat there and required them to raise their vibrations, that's when they turned towards a villain towards you. So you've had certain family members, chosen ones, where energetically they were putting spells on you. Karma is coming to these individuals. So if you had a mother that was too involved in your life, had to have her hands in everything, she was telling you and instructing you on what you should do and what you couldn't do. This is somebody who had a sense of entitlement over certain blessings that were coming through for you. So regardless if that's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, God is removing those people from your life. See, up until now, you've been getting certain warning signs. God's been giving you the opportunity to walk away, move away, create a distance between you two before he has to physically come in and force that upon you. So you've been given the opportunity to walk away from these people who have been oppressing, who have been restricting, people who have, again, been speaking spells on you, chosen ones. And I'm going to explain it to you. Now, some of them were speaking spells in the form of speaking certain spells on you verbally, because you have to realize that spells are just words with intentions behind it. So that mother that every time you had a relationship, she sit there and persuade you not to be involved in it, or she tried to take your attention from it because she felt like if you was involved with somebody else, it would take from them. So that's a spell. She spoke certain restrictions on you. Oh, that person isn't for you. Nobody, you'll never settle down. You'll never be, or not even settle down, because we don't settle down, we level up. Oh, you'll them speaking that you'll never have somebody who will marry you. All people are the same. Oh, you'll never change, you'll never move away. Certain spells that they were speaking on you. Oh, so and so got an attitude problem. So and so is always their mouth's gonna get them in trouble. So and so, whatever the case may be, they were speaking spells on you because you wasn't giving into the blueprint that they set for you. They didn't like that you were speaking up for you. They didn't like that you wasn't going with everything that they were saying, right? So these people energetically were restricting you, speaking spells on you. So some of them were speaking it out of a dependence on you, where they, again, needed you around because you were providing light for these individuals. So if they were sick, you were out here nurturing them. If they felt limited as far as finances, you were out there splurging on them. If they needed a ride, you'd be there at that time, whatever the case may be. So they were speaking spells on you, which was having an illusion on you, which you wasn't able to see things clearly. God is removing those people from your life. So if you have a sense of dependence on them and these people are still restricting you from being in your position and moving away and being free, you understand? God's going to remove those people permanently. So there's certain individuals that are going to start to pass away that you're connected to, or people, again, that were actually intentionally doing spells on you. So the first half is people that unintentionally were speaking spells, but they knew that they was manipulating you, mentally trying to restrict you, mentally trying to mold you into what they wanted you to be. Those individuals, chosen ones, definitely getting removed out your life, right? Now, the second group are those people, chosen ones, who intentionally were speaking spells on you. So some of y'all come from families that have witches and warlocks on it. You felt intuitively that something was up with them, but you couldn't put your finger on it. See, certain things that you didn't believe about when you was younger that you're starting to see as you're older, those things are actually true. You're starting to realize how these individuals were energetically and spiritually attaching and attacking you you, chosen ones. So some of you had family that was actually doing voodoo, hoodoo, Santa Maria, all these dark arts on you to keep you restricted. They were keeping you in an illusion. You understand? Because you were beneficial to them. If you was to get away, they knew that that wrath will come in towards them real fast. So the fact that they had you present, they knew that God was not going to attack them, right? So I want you to realize that there's certain witches and wizards, excuse me, that were doing spells on you, again, to keep you bound. So that mother that was speaking spells on you to keep you connected to the cycle for them. They were trying to use you as a sacrificial type of lamb, right? They were speaking spells, doing certain things that they knew karma would come back to them, but they wanted to use you to shield them, okay? There's some of these individuals that was keeping spells on you because, again, you didn't do what they wanted you to do. So they wanted you to pay for freeing you. You understand? So they were speaking spells. Some of them were doing things to your food as well, chosen ones. So as far as be mindful, especially when you know you're under spiritual attack, don't be eating and drinking after everybody. Because some of y'all got too comfortable around the people that was actually doing stuff to you. You understand me? As soon as you got sick, you went to them and they knew exactly why you were sick because they was putting certain things in your food. Some of these people, chosen ones, was actually trying to poison you in order to get certain insurance policies on you. There's certain people that wanted you to pass away because they felt like you would take that pressure, you would take, or again, be the person who takes that bullet in a sense for them. Absolutely not. You understand me? So you have to realize when you're getting used from dark individuals, chosen ones. So as far as family, you have to call judgment. And judgment is not you judging them. You're presenting your case to God and he's going to go over it. So you're saying that anybody who's doing black magic on you, karma and consequences are going to come through. I call judgment on anybody with ill intentions towards me or my family, your true tribe. Okay, so if you say in family, God's automatically going to filter certain things out. You say you have to sit there and say that clear around. You can't say, oh, well, anybody that I'm not friends with, if they're doing the black magic, just stop them. But that, no, it's a one size fit all type of dynamic. So anybody who was doing certain spells on you, attempting to manipulate you, keep you restricted, because some of these people were doing it in a way that you didn't even realize it. They were providing for you to keep you a certain spell on you. They were paying to keep you to stay with them. They were putting fear in you so that you felt like these that you couldn't survive without these individuals. Some of these chosen ones, you don't realize how far love spells could be. Not just as far as somebody doing sex spells on you to keep you bound to them. Some of love spells is them lying about who they are to you so that you're under a false impression. You have to realize that, chosen ones, spell work comes in various forms. So it's not just those people who are speaking from the book and speaking certain spells, putting names in bottles, going to play with graveyards and shit. You're definitely going down. But those people who are speaking spells or speaking spells on you, regardless if they knew that that's what they were doing, that was a form of voodoo, hoodoo, certain spell work that they was doing. They was lying about who they were. So that was to keep you from making the right decision. They lied about their intentions. They lied about what they seen in you. They lied on why they were led to you. Because some of these people that came towards you, chosen ones, were sent by people that you disconnected from that needed to get close towards you again. These were those monitoring spirits, okay? So I want you to realize that there's various things that we are about to get into. So again, this is tied to karma. Those people who intentionally did spell work that was related to you, so this is family dynamic, is the first half, karma's coming to them. So you're going to energetically, chosen ones, no longer be able to be around them. You're going to feel triggered by their presence. You're going to get irritated just by looking at them. These are the people that God is showing you that it's a resistance. Your body is repelling them. So therefore, trust that intuition. Don't try to force it. Now, with me saying this, you have certain sadness that may arrive because you're going to start mourning them. And I say that because, one, it's a mourning because it's the death of a cycle that you're disconnecting from, but also because you know what's going to happen to these people based upon the things that they've been doing. So you know in your absence that karma is going to be present. That wrath is going to be present. A lot of these people are not going to survive the storms that's about to come to them. So some of you chosen ones, you're going to have to get a hold of your feelings and realize that anybody who had ill intentions towards you is getting wiped out. Anybody who did negative spell work on you is getting knocked out. You can't pick and choose who gets spurred. That's not your business. You understand me? So know that. I say this because there's some of you that are going to hear bad or sad news about family members that you're no longer connected to or God is removing from you. That's not for you to be in your feelings. A lot of y'all are not even going to be called to be able to or allowed to go to their funeral. And I say this, chosen ones, because that energy that's in them is looking for another person to pop in, right? Or go to or use as that vessel. So God's not going to have you around demonic ass individuals that are allowing certain demons to flow through them and around them and use them. Absolutely not. So as far as certain family dynamics, you're getting called to separate yourself. It's not just mothers, fathers, it's brothers, sisters, it's cousins. Some of you have children that have karmic tendencies too. You have to remove yourselves from them. That their fate has nothing to do with you. I understand you try to save them, chosen ones, but again, how Project Pet said, they don't save them. They don't want to be saved. That's what's aligning right now. So you tried your best. They chose not to take that offer. They chose to stay stuck in their ways. So now when that gets wiped out, you're saved. You going to go build at another place. Okay. So those family dynamics that are about to get wiped out, that's equivalent to hurricane hitting and they have the opportunity to leave, but they talking about, nah, they gonna stay here and they gonna stick it out for this. Okay, well, when you get hit harder than expected, when you get wiped out, there's nobody that's going to get called to go in that storm to save you. So God gave them their storm warnings. They chose not to take heed. They continue to try to restrict you. They kept trying to finesse you. So now karma's coming through for them, chosen ones, and it's going to come through various forms. Okay, so first, as far as certain family, a lot of people's going to pass away. The people that was restricting you, keeping you in your head, you was restricted, living your life for them. Every time you had a relationship, you wasn't involved with your person because you had to go and help that person. They're going to get taken out. As far as certain family that intentionally was putting you down, restricting you, making it seem like they need you, you couldn't leave them, or making you feel like you had to be loyal to those demons, they're getting removed right now. Next, we're going to go pertaining to false friends. There's certain friends that you had or people that you had, chosen ones, that befriended you in order to betray you. There's certain people that was around you the whole time that you was out here explaining or telling them what you was going through. They knew exactly what it was, chosen ones, because they were the individuals that were sending it to you. So you had certain friends that wanted to be you, chosen ones. They befriended you because you made them look better. These are individuals that when you met them, they wasn't getting attention because they was miserable. They wasn't getting acknowledgement. They had no light in them. They didn't have no good qualities. They was mean girls or mean guys in a sense, right? So I want you to realize that when you befriended them or when they befriended you, it was intentions because they seen your light and they wanted that light too. So because you was shining, they knew if they stood beside you, that light was going to hit them as well, right? So there's certain people that were false friends. They befriended you to betray you. The whole time you had certain people that was sleeping with your individual. You would go crying to them and they knew exactly what you was going through because they was the individuals that was doing it to you. There's certain friends, chosen ones, that when they heard that you was in a relationship, they didn't have that type of energy to attract certain people. So therefore they tried to persuade you and encourage you to get out of it. There's certain friends, chosen ones, that were sending black magic towards you to restrict you, to keep you in your head about you. There's certain friends that encourage you to stay in toxic dynamics because they didn't want you to have a divine person. They wanted you to be in a karmic situation like them. There's certain friends that are with Mr. and Mrs. Me Too. Every time that you had a plan and every time you had something that you were divinely aligned with, that's when they say that they wanted to do it too. They tried to attempt to do it before you. They tried to imitate you, chosen ones. There's no duplicates. You one of one, all right? So they could try to do what you do and can never do it like you. You understand me? But you had friends that attempted. You had certain friends, chosen ones, that were out here providing your information to people that you were no longer connected with. Again, a lot of you had friends that was violating you, sleeping with your divine feminine, well, not no divine, because you were that was sleeping with your karmic masculines or your karmic feminines. You had certain people that did you grimy, and you may not have physically seen it, but intuitively you felt it. Some of that's getting presented. Now, I say this, chosen ones, because if you are in your faith, God won't allow certain things for you to have to see face to face. So if he tell you that that person's a cheater, deceiver, liar, manipulator, and you trust what God says initially, you intuitively feel it and you remove those things, you won't have to physically see proof or even allow these individuals to have the opportunity to do what they intend to do towards you. But if you're somebody that gives everybody the benefit of the doubt and, oh, well, you want to question things God's telling you because you physically don't see it. Okay, well, he's about to show that to you. So some of you are about to get your feelings hurt. People that you're no longer connected to, you're going to realize that these people were doing some devious things towards you. There's certain friends, chosen ones, that again, they were doing spell work in order to attempt to try to swap destinies with you. They can't. They not built like you. They try to be you. They messed around and blew a fuse because they can't carry the same energy as you. You understand me? So there's certain people that were befriending in order to betray. And when they realize that when you caught on to them, disconnected from them, they try to become you. Again, they blew a fuse trying to be you because they're not equipped like you. So then guess what happened, chosen ones? Now they're trying to return back to you because karma is coming through. So you had some false friends that were speaking ill on your womb. They didn't want you to be able to reproduce. That spell is free. You're free from it. You disconnected from them. You're no longer under that illusion. You're no longer having that attachment. Chosen ones, y'all are about to be blessed. So some of you who felt like you had difficulties having children because of certain people that were speaking ill on you, speaking foul on your womb, speaking certain spells on you, and because you were energetically connected to them, because you were allowing them to have access to you, certain things were actually impacting you. You believed for it to be true, right? I'm telling you now, some of you chosen ones had people that did not want you to be in love. They wanted you with relationships that were going to tear you down, you abuse you, things that was going to restrict you. They didn't want you to have your happily ever after. I'm telling you now, it's that spell's free. You're free from that, so therefore certain things are gonna get produced. Now you're gonna see things happen to them. And I say this because they're going to come back around to try to befriend you. Oh, I was just thinking about you. Oh, well, no. You have to remember why you disconnected. A lot of us chosen ones, when we disconnect from people, that's it. Out of sight, out of mind. You don't exist no more. You got written out the story. This is almost like those shows. You got killed off energetically, right? So some of us, when we disconnect from people, we really forget you. So when we re-encounter you or you try to cross paths with us, we tend to forget why we disconnected you, right? You have to remember, chosen ones, okay? So some of you will go back memory lane, or this person will try to come off a certain facade like they cool at that time. They want to be cool with you. Oh, I was just thinking about you. You don't realize what they was going through before they got back in contact with you. They was rushing back, chosen ones, because they was getting their asses whooped. So this is almost like this person who's up to no good. Karma's coming back to them. Finances are restricted for them. People are learning out the truth about them. A lot of people no longer want to be cool with them because they see that this is a mean girl or a mean guy spirit. They see that this is somebody who's malicious. They see that this is somebody who is really fictitious. They're fake, phony. You understand? The truth is getting revealed about them. So these are the same people who try to do spell work on you, to have chaos spells around you so that you isolated yourself, so that nobody would be around you, nobody will accept you, nobody would want to protect you. They spoke these spells on you. And now these are the same individuals that are now trying to return to you to see how you got through what they sent towards you. But they're not equipped to survive the things that you survived. So chosen ones, I'm telling you, they energetically took themselves out. So some of these false friends did spells on you to try to death spells on you because they was in their feelings. They was mad, so they wished death on you. They wished destruction on you and your kids. They wished as far as certain chaotic things to happen to you because you no longer wanted to be connected to them. Now their life is messed up. And guess what? You disconnected. You're not even going to be present. Will you hear about it? Some of you will. But chosen ones, you're not even going to be nowhere near them when certain wraths come in. Some of these chosen ones are not going to show you that they're going through karma. You're not there to go look for it. God told you that whoever played with you is going to get taken out. That's all you need to know. You don't need to be caught up in the extra or when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. Nope. The less I know, that Tame Impala song, the less I know, the better in certain cases. That's what it is, right? So as far as it, they're not going to show you that they're going through karma, because one, you would know that that was them who did it, because you called judgment on anybody who did black spells on you, to keep you restricted financially, anybody who did black magic to try to death spells on you, anybody who put love spells on you, illusions on you, restrictions on you, ill intentions on you. You called judgment on anybody for that. So some of you was around the people that was sending it towards you, and when you was telling them that you know somebody that was doing it, or you knew somebody was doing what they did to you, they was monitoring spirits. They wanted to know how much you knew, and because you didn't have a name at that time, you just knew it was somebody around you. When you call judgment, they know that you're going to see them go through certain things that they intended for you. So that's how you're going to know. Because when you're like, anybody who tried to restrict my finances, God, I call judgment on them. Now their finances is dwindling. Now you like, wait a minute, that's crazy. Around this time, that's when you started being limited. Ever since I spoke that, or I asked that, God all of a sudden presented that, and you start to see, right? There's certain people that you say, all right, God, anybody doing black spells or death magic on me and my squad, I call judgment on them, right? All of a sudden, you start to see friends who's talking to friends, quote unquote, whose families all dying. They got a death connected to them every week. This friend from this job, or this person that they used to be connected to, or this aunt or that. All of these people start passing away that they connected with. They're going to be the last person remaining, right? Because that's how you get to pick up that sign for them. They're going to be limited. They're going to be like Final Destination, see death happen all around them, and they sitting there trying to run from it, not knowing when it's going to happen, but it's coming. So I can tell you now, anybody who ever try to speak death spells on me and mine, restrictions on me and mine, a lot of y'all about to die. So those people who's watching, that be watching you, wanting to know what's coming next, a lot of death and destruction, a lot of pleads to God that's going to go unheard, that God didn't turn his back on you. Some people think that God is just going to let certain things slide every time. No, he's going to turn his back. He don't got no rap for y'all. That's not the same God that you was calling on. You was calling on some demonic shit. You was on your Baphomet type tip, right? You was doing some magic shit. Well, since you did that, no, you don't have no access to God. See, it's over for them. They're not protected. And I'm telling you, there's certain people, chosen ones. Now, I'm going to give you an example. There's certain people that was doing spells and thought that they could destiny swap with me, to the point that they didn't move to the city that I lived in. They tried to present themselves. They was like me. They tried to do things. Baby, I'm telling you, karma hit their ass so quick, and they didn't even get a hint of what's about to come. You understand me? There's certain people, chosen ones, with ill intentions that try to send death spells. Don't you know a lot of they people are dying and they about to go too? Do you know how many people were trying to keep opportunities from you? Now they money's gone. Now people are seeing the truth about them. Don't you know that this is a season where you ain't even had to, again, you spoke your truth. You was being you. These individuals targeted you because they didn't like that. You were everything that they wanted to be, but didn't have the opportunity nor the ability to be, right? So therefore they was mad with you. They was mad that you were you better than them, right? So when I say the chosen ones, those people were mad just because you were you. Instead of learning how they could become them too, how they could heal themselves too, they chose to try to target you. They try to steal your work. Chosen ones, when I tell you there's certain people that karma's coming in, everything's happening. I promise you, right? So with that being said, those people who were trying to imitate you, stole from you, because a lot of y'all are talented. You had people stealing your songs. You had people stealing your work. You had people stealing your clothes. You had people stealing your looks. You had certain individuals, chosen ones, that because they had more popularity at that time, they felt like they had the opportunity or could successfully get away with it. There's certain people, chosen ones, that try to have your stuff, do what you have, and because they have attention at that spotlight's on them at that time, they try to do it first so that people would think that you copy them. The whole time, you that trendsetter, baby. We not no followers. We create them trends. You hear me? So with that being said, I'm telling you, these people are about to get caught out. So y'all got even celebrity, and I can speak on behalf of myself. You know how many celebrities, chosen ones, that try to befriend me so that I could be on their team, and when I declined it, they try to steal my shit. You know that there's certain people that talk reckless and try to limit certain opportunities that I wasn't going to take anyway, because that's some demonic shit. But they try to limit certain opportunities, right? Whole time, chosen ones, they learning from you. They're the same people that were sent to attack you, or they sent people to watch you, are now looking up to you. Now you helping them break through their cycle. See, I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, you never know who's watching you until you do. And once you do, you call judgment on these phony ass individuals. You understand me? So just know y'all got a lot more people watching you than what you know. You got a lot of people that feel like because they're in powerful, quote unquote, powerful positions, don't you know it's the end of an evil era? So all their leaders is getting knocked out, and now the divine ones getting placed in a position. Don't you know, chosen ones, that they should have found themselves instead of trying to be you, instead of trying to stop you and sabotage you? They should have found them so that they can be aligned with their stuff, because anything that they took from you is getting returned to you. Anything that they used of yours or tried to excel, everybody's finding out the truth about them. So there's a lot of people in powerful places that are about to fall because you wasn't being who you was. You was being a fraud. You was being a facade. You understand? So karma's coming through for them, and you about to rise. You understand me, chosen ones? So how they say the last will be first, the first will be last. See, you ain't have to take that in order to get that. You understand me? You ain't have to go to no Diddy parties and drink this to get that. You ain't have to sit there and put your morals to the side for monetary gain. See, when they told you that this is the only way that you can get things, we ain't believe that. See, God gave us certain tools within us that we could go off grid, right? So chosen ones, I'm trying to tell you, we create certain roads. We create certain paths. We are the light. You understand me? That gets rid of certain darkness. So just know that you playing in your position. A lot of things is coming for you positively. But all those people who played with you, chosen ones, karma's coming. So you're about to see the truth. Now, this is not for you to say, oh, well, that doesn't even seem like the type of person. They be the main ones. You understand me? So you're going to see certain people fall out in powerful places. You got people in your church that was doing witch, warlock shit. You had certain people that you were looking up to that was sitting there putting spells on you, bounding you, keeping you connected to their cycle. Certain people that was looking into your, I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, karma's coming to them. You stay out of it. You don't feel sad about them, because had it not been them, it would have been you. That's what they intended. So you're going to see, again, they attacked your children. Now they children. Things is going to happen. There's certain people, chosen ones, see, I'm trying to tell you, it's not that you're wishing this on them, because none of it had to be done had they not sent it towards you, had they not had ill intentions. So it's going to be a reverse of roles, and it's not for you. If you try to extend a helping hand to these demonic ass individuals that are going through karma based upon the things that they were sending, you're going to go under too. So you could just know, chosen ones, that life jacket that you have on, that safety raft, which is God's faith, you listening and being obedient to him, that connection that you have with the divine, that's going to save you. But if you try to cross that line, that's what it is. I'm telling you now. So these people, chosen ones, are in rough waters. And you're going to attempt to offer a helping hand, and you're going to get pulled in. Now you're going to join them. It's not no them getting saved or freed from this. You don't know how many people that they did this to and were successful with attaching themselves and attacking them or taking them out. It stops with you. So it started elsewhere, but you're about to vindicate a lot of individuals. You're about to prevent a whole lot more attacks. You understand me? All because you standing in your faith and you calling judgment on them. See, you ain't got to do, I'm telling you, chosen ones. You have to know. So disconnect from these people. There's no saving them. There's no sparing them. There's some of you chosen ones that these people were out here ruining your reputation. You never sat there and, again, had them take accountability. You never, there's certain things that you let pass and you put yourself in a messed up position. Now people are looking at you like you a monster, or you the beast, or you the bad person. And the whole time it was those people that they were the true demons, that they try to trigger you to have you react a certain type of way. They try to attack you. They try to make you, whatever the case may be. I'm trying to tell you, karma's coming. You hear me? So chosen ones, you're the people who believe those people get taken out too. So those of you who did not do your homework and you just jumped on the bandwagon of attacking certain innocent people, oh, you was mad because your homegirl don't like her, so you started being evil to her too. Oh, you mad because your homeboy didn't like him, so you started attacking him and being evil to him too. All y'all going down energetically like that Rico case. It ain't no, oh, so-and-so lied. You should have did your homework. You should have looked closer into it. And because you didn't, you got to go down with them. You were part of them. You was there in a sense. So therefore, they're getting held responsible. So be mindful who you connected to and see if these individuals are worth taking that case for. Seriously. Because some of them are getting booked. Some of them getting taken out. So you're going to be in jail or some of their ass is about to be in hell. Some of them about to be both. I'm trying to tell you. You understand me? So thank you, baby. So be mindful. As far as finances, right now, God's clearing out the path. Certain people that would have set you up or tried to set you up when they felt finances was coming in. Certain people, chosen ones that were trying to be around you because they felt like they could get something out of it. Those people who are trying to automate, now all of a sudden they want to work together. Oh, well, let's do this because they know karma's coming to them and they want attachment with you because they know finances is about to come through for you. Absolutely not. So again, be mindful of the past that's trying to come back. Now, when I say past, I'm not talking about all of y'all, because some of y'all had people that you met, wasn't able to take it there with them because you had certain situations you was connected to. You were just there to see that this is a divine individual. God had y'all disconnect. And now y'all get an opportunity to actually be something. So not all of you people from your past, if you want to know, the links in my bio, also chosen ones. I will be having a sale, okay? So I've decided that for the holiday season, we just gonna finish out this whole as far as the rest of the year, right? So I will have a sale that's going to be provided either the end of the day today or tomorrow. Now it's a limited amount that I can supply it to, but I may do the buy one get one or buy two get one. It's gonna be various sales that I got going on, so just stay mindful of it. I'll have the link in my bio, but again, it's first come first serve because it's a limited amount of seats that I have, but we just gonna finish out the rest of the year. You understand? So I appreciate you. I love you, okay? But chosen ones, right now, you have people that are trying to return to you because they need your protection. There's some people that know that you have abundance coming in. The whole time you was out here building, they ain't want no hand in it. They didn't believe in you. You was out here building. You was out here, again, in the middle of the mud. You was out here in the middle of the storms, and you was building. They was laughing at you. They was looking at you. They never offered to assist you. Some of them could have assisted you by being there for you, being somebody to talk to. Some of them could assist you by protecting you. They chose not to. Some of them chosen ones, they had the opportunity to have everything that they ever wanted get granted to them just based upon the position that they played for you. So some of them didn't even have to do nothing, chosen ones. They didn't have to financially be there for you. They just had to watch your back while you was in the middle of the field, while you was in the middle of working. So if you're a seer, you was out here creating. They were supposed to just watch your back. Anybody who tried to attack you, anybody who sit there and try to speak down on you, they was there to protect your mind, body, and soul, and they chose not to. They was going to get rewarded from this bare minimum position. You was going to give them opportunities that they couldn't have brought into fruition themselves just based upon the fact that they was going to be loyal to you, and they chose not to. Some people just had to wait it out. You knew what God was about to give you. He told you. He gave you a quick glimpse. He ain't show you everything because he seen other people that was looking over your shoulders attempting to get it. So he showed you what he was about to get you. All these people had to do was believe in you that the opportunity was going to get presented, and they chose not to. So many people, chosen ones, didn't believe in you. The mother said what you was doing was stupid. What your father said what you was doing was stupid. Oh, you was never going to amount to this. You was limited. They thought that you wasn't going to ever be shit. Now these opportunities are getting presented. This abundance is going to be overflowing. These are going to be the main people coming back to you asking for something. Oh, now they feel entitled to get a house. Fuck no. I could tell you now, chosen ones, that's why you getting called to disconnect from these people. Because they going to say, oh, now that you got money, you changed up. Absolutely. Fuck is you talking about? See, nah. Matter of fact, we gonna say this. It ain't the money. Oh, now that you got money, you changing up, you leaving. Nah, you getting left before that bread comes. You understand me? So, chosen ones, you disconnecting before the bread comes in. You disconnecting before the love arrives. You disconnecting before you get to your permanent location, right? And it's because chosen ones, they not allowed to have access to nada. They not even supposed to know how much you have coming in. I'm trying to tell you. It's a whole different... wait till after I'm cutting your ass off when I have $5 in the damn tank. When I have $5 in the bank, your ass gets cut off like I had 5 million because I know that's coming. You understand? No. Cut them off. There's certain people, oh, you leaving because you must found somebody new. Yeah, I found myself. That's why I know that I'm no longer connected to you. You understand me? So some of these people gonna feel like, oh, you got somebody else in your life. Not yet. They coming on. You better let them know they about to arrive anytime now. See, chosen one, there's certain people that you're going to have to walk away. They're going to feel a certain type of way, but they had an opportunity to play that position and they chose not to. They chose to be on their time. There's certain people that was interested in you right now that have been prolonged. They trying to play hard to get. They want to message you right away, but they wait a few days to respond and shit. There's certain people that love you or are attracted to you and they feel like they got time to say those things to you. Absolutely not, because somebody's about to align and it's going to be too late for them. I'm trying to tell you. So chosen ones, you're feeling like you got a rough decision to make. No, the person who intuitively feels like the right person, but also is playing that position. Don't tell me what you can do, what you doing. Don't say like, no, you understand me? So you are going to know who's for you because it's going to be the person who divinely aligns, took that initiative, ain't going to play no games. Some of y'all going to be thrown off on how quick it goes. It's not no gaslighting tip, but if you want to know if it's a karmic or a divine person, come to me. I got you. All right. I promise you. But chosen ones, you got positive things. You are not going to, if it's confusion, it is not of God, because God's going to make things clearly. You understand? You'll try to confuse yourself. God, you'll ask God, is that your person? God will show you damn well no. And you'll be like, well, let me just see another sign. No, you're trying to create something in. You understand me? So God is not no God of confusion. You're going to see the person's intentions. You're going to see if they selfish minded. You're going to see if it's all about them. If they selfish minded when you getting to know them, how you think it's going to be when you with them? All about them. You understand me? So, if you see certain red flags in that, but also don't go based upon what other people are saying. Thank you so much, babies. I appreciate you. Thank y'all also, everybody who's been gifting. I do apologize because when I'm in my zone and I'm relaying what God has me say, I don't always get to acknowledge it. So thank you, babies. I appreciate all of y'all, okay? Now I will say this, chosen ones. You do you. You got people that's about to arrive, but do not go based upon, thank you, babies, other people's opinions on your person. Because there's people that they encounter that are going to try to make them look like the worst person because they're no longer connected to them. So stay with me real quick because I was about to get off, but let me say this. Some of y'all, matter of fact, I'm about to get off real quick and I'm about to get back on because there's 2 messages I want to say and I don't want to mix them together. So give me like 2 minutes and I'm about to get back on, okay? Let me just make sure. Let me see. Is that okay? Let me make sure, everybody. Okay. So I'm about to get off like 2 minutes and I'm about to get back on, okay? All right. I'll be right back, okay, babies? All right.